What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today I have some extremely juicy information regarding the next Call of Duty game for you guys. But, of course, if anybody is new to this channel or really haven't been keeping up with too much Call of Duty news or information, just to fill you all in, basically, Modern Warfare 2, I don't want to say was rumored, but Activision made it pretty clear that they wanted this game to be a 2-year lifecycle Call of Duty experience. And obviously, as you expected, the Call of Duty community was extremely happy about this. You know, the developers got more time, the community got more time. It was pretty much a win-win across the board. But as of recent, Activision actually just came out and said that they are indeed releasing another premium Call of Duty title in the year of 2023. So basically all of our hopes and dreams of, having a couple of years off have been completely shattered. But it doesn't just end there. Like I said, I'm just filling you guys in. Now, more information has come out, not only to reconfirm that Sledgehammer is working on the next premium title that's coming out in 2023, but basically what this premium title is going to be. As you can see right here from Charlie Intel, the new title from Sledgehammer is expected to be a fully fledged premium game and part of the Modern Warfare universe, per Insider Gaming. Beta is expected in October, first on PlayStation. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are once again going to be on a streak where we are going to be literally sticking in one time period, year after year after year after year after year. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really have much wrong when it comes to modern games. I like modern time periods a lot. But let's all be honest here. It gets a little bit repetitive when you play in the same time period again and again and again. Just look back to the jetpack era of Call of Duty. Were jetpacks really that bad for the franchise? Personally, I don't think they were. They added a nice twist, and for people who really are addicted to the extremely fast-paced gameplay of Call of Duty, they were perfect for them. But when you have them over and over and over again, it becomes repetitive. People begin to hate it, and the people who don't even like it in the first place will just end up leaving the franchise altogether. If Infinite Warfare, let's be real, was Infinite Warfare really that bad? It might not be people's favorite Call of Duty game out there, but it definitely wasn't a camp fest. It was probably in my opinion, one of the most fast-paced Call of Duty games ever made. But because it was the third jetpack game in a row, the trailer got absolutely dislike bombed. The amount of crap that was talked on that game was tremendous. And again, rightfully so, there were some rough parts about the game, but the hate for it was 10 times worse because it was the third jetpack game in a row instead of scattering them across the board. A jetpack COD here, a jetpack COD there, and then obviously stuff it with more boots on the ground experiences, so on and so forth. But they didn't handle it that way. And the same thing is going to happen right here. I don't want to believe it will, because again, I really do like modern day, but I have a bad feeling that this is going to turn out to be something not good for the franchise as a whole. We just got done with Modern Warfare 2. Now, here we are with another game coming out in 2023 that wasn't even expected to be launching. That's going to be, once again, a part of the Modern Warfare universe. And then, for those who don't know, Treyarch's game was rumored to be set during the 90s, early 2000s, which isn't technically modern day, but let's be real here, that's pretty darn modern. The majority of the weaponry, the majority of the vehicles, we'll probably all know them, we'll recognize them, they'll all make sense. It's going to be a really, really rough time for the Call of Duty community, especially with how they're handling this. And what confuses me even more is how is Sledgehammer Games making this title? How is this logical whatsoever? Sledgehammer got completely booted off of Black Ops Cold War, and Treyarch had to save the day. Then, right when they got booted off, they had to rush and force out Vanguard. They had no time to keep this in mind. They were working on Black Ops Cold War, so they already had no time to begin with, and then they had to force out Vanguard. And now that Vanguard is done, they're already working on the next Call of Duty game. I thought Treyarch got absolutely, slammed. But now it seems like Sledgehammer Games, I don't know if I'm really starting to think that maybe Activision has something, against Sledgehammer right now. Because remember the reason why they got booted off of Black Ops Cold War? The reason was because they were beefing too much with Raven. So because they couldn't, get along with Raven, they got completely removed from the project. So I wonder if this is their punishment. Activision was tired of their bullcrap, tired of them, I don't know, talking back. I don't know what they were doing that they were getting so, mad at Raven for. But at the end of the day, I really think that this is payback, because this is abuse, in my personal opinion, to put a development team through this much stress. I mean, this is a lot of stress, ladies and gentlemen. You could say it's not. But, well, I guess maybe it's not, because technically they're just reskinning games. Like Vanguard was a reskin of Modern Warfare 2019, and I guarantee whatever the next game is going to be will probably be a reskin of Modern Warfare 2, just, with the improvements that the community were asking for, because Infinity Ward has too big of an ego. But at the end of the day, it's stressful nonetheless. They have to get off of a project and instantly force out another project that has a campaign, that has a side mood. And of course, this campaign has to be correctly written, it has to be correctly produced, and they have nowhere close to the amount of time that Treyarch and Infinity Ward now currently have. The only thing I could possibly think of for the scenario that would make any logical sense to me right now is that this is just going to be another Modern Warfare 3 situation. If you guys don't remember what happened with Modern Warfare 3, the original, after Modern Warfare 2, the OG Infinity Ward team basically completely left. They went to go make Respawn, Titanfall, Apex Legends, all that good stuff. But they got into a massive lawsuit with Activision during that time, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, it was kind of a new Infinity Ward team, but Sledgehammer Games played a massive part in that game. So, I mean, technically, if you really like Modern Warfare 3, I guess I could say that you really enjoy Sledgehammer. But that's how Modern Warfare 3 was pretty much designed. It was how it was made. And I could see them technically taking the same route when it comes to Modern Warfare 3 this time around, which is what I'm going to assume the name of this game is going to be. I guarantee you that they're going to go right for Modern Warfare 3. If it's going to be in the Modern Warfare universe, maybe they'll try to go about naming it something different. Ghost? No, it's not a chance. It's not a chance. If they're going with the Modern Warfare universe and they have so much hype and so much stuff, going on in the current campaign for Modern Warfare 2, I guarantee they're going to make a Modern Warfare 3. It just makes complete logical sense, because last time Modern Warfare 3 launched, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer were both basically, the main development teams for that title. So Sledgehammer does technically have a name when it comes to Modern Warfare games in the franchise. But I'll be real with you guys, at this point, I don't even want to risk it. I really, truthfully, don't even want to risk it. They have proved me wrong so many times, even with Modern Warfare 2, where I enjoy the gameplay. They still have proven to me that they can't even support it with content. COD just is not COD anymore. It doesn't get the love that it deserves. And Modern Warfare 2 OG actually put up a great tweet right here that I want to read off for you guys. Sledgehammer Games should just fully remaster Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, Spec Ops Survival, and campaign for 2023. Please. At least that way we know we're going to be playing an actual great Call of Duty game. I feel this tweet 1010%. Just give me something that I know I can enjoy. I know I can splurge in and, have a decent time with the experience. Don't get me wrong, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer, potentially going at it with Modern Warfare 3. Who knows what the potential could possibly be, but at the end of the day, they have proven me wrong more than right. And when that happens so frequently, year after year after year, at a certain point, you have to change your mindset. And I have been. I've been coming into these games with extremely low expectations. I even did with Modern Warfare 2, and like I said, it caught me off guard because I enjoyed it. But even then, they couldn't support. The only thing I needed was a freaking map, and they couldn't give me a map in Modern Warfare 2. So what makes us think that they can give us a full-fledged out game that, is coming from a development team who has just rushed 2 different projects? Keep it in mind, they got kicked off of Black Ops Cold War, they had to rush to get out Vanguard, and now they're rushing right back to go ahead and get out another Modern Warfare game? I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, the best thing that I could take away from all this stuff is that Treyarch is going to have a little bit of extra time. I was very concerned that Treyarch was going to have to be forced into the project here because, obviously how things are going. But it seems that Treyarch is still going to get a good development time, and they need a good development time. And I wonder if that's what Activision's plan is here, because it's the only logical thing. It's 2 reasons that I would see Sledgehammer having to go through all this crap. 1, because like I said, they talked back and they gave Activision a ton of crap when it came to dealing and working with Raven Softwares on Black Ops Cold War. And 2, Activision is just strictly using Sledgehammer as a placeholder team, basically to put out placeholder games every single year that, or every other year in between the major titles. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that Infinity Ward and Treyarch would be considered their top tier developers, where they'll make the most premium titles. But then between those premium titles, they'll have other premium titles, but not as crazy, which will be developed by Sledgehammer. They probably won't feel as unique or as interesting. They'll probably feel like reskins on the occasion, but they can still be considered a premium title. They can still sell for a premium price tag, and since they have the Call of Duty name on them, Activision will still be able to bring in big bucks. You see, Activision knows that they don't have to put out anything insane. All they have to do is just put Call of Duty on the box, and it's going to sell. So if they can even get a semi-competent development team to rush out a project and put Call of Duty on it, it's going to make money, and that's exactly what they're doing right here. In my opinion, like I said, it's two things. Either they're punishing Sledgehammer or they're using them as a placeholder team in between Infinity Ward and Treyarch games. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, bonus, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't subscribe and that notification button. Also, want to chat me, this too, we do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. That's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.